like fun. Oh, I see. Die to a single bleed. Yeah, I don't plan on doing flight today. I'm just curious to see how my damage is for the flight ravage maps. Bing bong. I'm trying a different class setup. I've been doing... I've been doing... Sanctum all weekend. We actually made kind of an enormous profit. So, my setup might be a little scuffed for doing maps, but we'll see. I mean, I didn't expect to bleed out like that, so that could be a problem.
Greetings. Go with courage.
Try crashing on that sometime. But yeah, Sanctum was very profitable over this weekend. I made enough divines from selling basically everything that I flipped my old corrupted mage blood with 3 flasks to an uncorrupted with 4, and I still have 108 divines to work with. I don't really know what I could do to improve my damage much more than it is, but it do be like that sometimes. But yeah, I'm still holding on to this because I didn't know if not being able to get rid of bleed would be a problem. I could technically change this from life per second to bleed and corrupted blood immunity, but I still have no way of healing myself if I'm taking damage. I would, technically speaking, free up a skill point here too, but there's really nowhere else I could put it. The only other place I could put it would be Runebinder, and like I said the other day, I don't think that would make that much of a difference. Because like, I could throw it in here, but it's like the only thing that's even vaguely useful to me is the stun avoidance. But I did a few things that were insane. I worked on a lot of the challenges, so most of the things are just grindy stuff now. What I shouldn't be doing are memory maps, so I have to do those for on the challenges, and I can work on modified maps at the same time. I did think about doing Sanctum on stream today, but I had to buy a whole bunch of Forbidden Tomes. Which I don't have a problem with doing that, but... it's unlucky that one person just had like 20 to sell at one time. When I was killing the enemies over here, I was like, why isn't the bar going down? Perfect 0 in the reservation efficiency that the Venters would have. Ironically, aside from that and the rarity, it's actually pretty fucking good. It's almost perfect on everything that matters. Otherwise, that is. Which are the ones I want? Trauma gives enmities embrace. Reverence gives wine to the prophet. But am I doing this for profit, or am I doing this for the challenge? Because this... Hate that. Theater of Lies and Courtyard of Wasting. I don't know which is which for that.
Hello.
So we'll use these, I guess, and see what happens. Theater of Lies. So these do need to be juiced up. But yeah, aside from all those divines, I have fucking 3,000 chaos orbs. Sanctum was very profitable.
What is it?
Okay, that's fine. I don't need Maven to witness it, so I don't have to worry about stuff like that. I can just worry about the quantity. Also need to harm those Delirious orbs, so I tapped into this. Oh, stupid me. Forgot about the... What's it called? Delirium. I probably wouldn't be getting another rank for that, so it makes sense.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
What is it?
Yeah, that's fine. A little annoying, but tolerable.
It worked. Let us proceed.
How am I just not finding all those? Like, what did I die to exactly? I'm thinking I use a health flask. Because, yeah, I mean, I do miss out on the one magic flask, but, like, the only point of it was the phasing. The point of it was the phasing, and the life per second was just to make up for the fact I didn't have a life flask. Not for all the damage the Super Swallower gives me, I'd probably just swap that out. That up because he's staring at the rewards. Yeah, like what is going on? How am I running like 2 full maps not getting a single alert for anything, not even necessarily to give me the quantity for the challenge? Petals, not quantity of items.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
Now let's see. Amanamu's Gaze. Sent to the Void. Imagine getting sent to the Void for a 1 Chaos Orb item.
What is it?
Need more quantity anyway, since the game just won't give us any. Oh, it's gonna be like 70 to work with. What a miserable experience this is. I mean, I guess I could be corrupting them too, but that would be the time that it's like, yeah, you wanted no region, right? a little impressive, actually.
Hello. Keep your life to your
Got
own.
all those. Ventus Gamble. I mean, that's perfectly runnable. But, like, the reward is shit. The main draw is non-unique equipment drops currency, which could be valuable, especially with all that item quantity. Maybe we'll just run it real quick and see what happens. It's not a void map, and not gonna have any XP to lose. So where are the mobs? Always ignites. No exposure, poison on hit. Monster variety. I never understood some of those mods. Like, an area contains skeletons. Like, okay. Okay, that's a little painful. Yeah, possessed by 4 guys. Yeah, scroll fragments, no wonder. I was gonna say, like, we're killing rares with 4 possessions and nothing dropping, and then it's like, oh no, you're getting shards.
My death was quick. Yours won't. Snowy. Are you? You're starting to figure it out. I can see it in your eyes. But there's more.
I don't know if I need to do that. I can beat the Waldo's map. With the Waldo's map, you have to beat the boss and kill pretty much everything.
Try not to get us killed.
Unless there's specific rules that are set, like, oh, you have to open all the phone boxes.
Keep moving.
Whatever. Fortunate because I lose the possession, but the map is mostly clear anyway.
I do not.
Is my life really?
Don't make us
boss. It doesn't really say anything about completing it, so I'm assuming I have to complete the missions.
Betrayed a syndicate this time, Exile. A species' survival is only truly tested when its environment changes. If you want to kill me, then kill me.
I'm glad we could come to an understanding.
Like, am I expected to kill everything? Oh, that's why, because they're just kind of spawning in. Like, what is the play there exactly? Besides dropping a brand and just running from these fucking frog turtles. Besides just dropping a brand and running like hell, what exactly is the play there? Just in case. Yeah, I had to kill the boss monsters. So because I didn't know they were left. Unfortunately, no real reward, because I'm gonna ID that, and it's gonna be a pile of shit
Hello. Go with courage.
like that. The main draw of doing a Valdo map is a foil unique item. Problem is people, because they're user created for like the people who drop like $600 on one of the big supporter packs. They'll put in like all these nonsense modifiers, like yeah, it's the void, and you have to unequip half your gear if you want to do damage, and there's the feared, and like it, like and you can't use movement skills, like, and then like you'll see the reward and it'll be like Veil of the Night, and it's like if I want one that bad, it's like one Chaos Orb.
What's on your mind?
Because the thing about the void is it'll permanently kill a character even in softcore. It's gonna be quite something if I imagine I get an altar here too. get more. Yeah, I have actually completed void maps before. Not this week, but I have done some before, and yeah, it's very stressful. Because like some of the people that make the maps, like the modifiers for them, they'll try and make like something creative. Like, oh, it's a void map, but like the main challenge is like, oh, they get a bunch of power charges or whatever, or frenzy charges, whatever. But it's like, there are ways of solving that. When it's like, yeah, you can't use your movement skills and you move at half speed and just has the feared and it's all this horse shit. It's at that point, it's quite literally just a torture session and someone's sadistic tendencies. Griffin. So that's... I'll do that after. Yeah, I did notice, I have veered off of the path that the build has been sending me on. What I should have is a 2-slot armor thing. Small cluster jewel. And the point of it is, one of the notables you can get, when you get hit, you'll generate endurance charges. So I am missing out on some tankiness from that, but technically speaking, I'm also missing out on key items, because the build calls for items that don't exist anymore, like the cord belts from Mirage League. So yeah, like technically I can't actually get block cap without giving up my anointment, because I found out that my block cap actually came from an anointment on the cord belt. But what I was saying is, I veered off the path a little bit because of that, but I also noticed...
Observe divinity. Engulf.
I noticed that my cruelty wasn't getting to 40%. So one of the levels up I got from Joining Sanctum was this, for the increased effect. So on bosses I should do more damage because of that. And we could sell this. I mean, it's a div. But Wine of the Prophet's 46 div. So might as well run it. Oh, I was gonna say, it won't let me go in the Abyssal Depths because that was on top of the chart thing. a second. It's okay. I kind of prefer participation, but my my path of building stuff between Mirage League and now managed to all clear itself, so I don't have any of my old builds. And no one seems to be running it that isn't like some mega currency build. I would say it's good, but it's kind of expensive. It's good enough for Ubers, but it's kind of expensive.
Hello.
That's okay, actually. The strength is a little worthless, but if I didn't have Mage Blood, that would be pretty good to use. Alright, run that, and then I guess I'll do another go. Guess I'll have Maven witness it. I can't say I enjoy doing the Feared, but
And now we stand on the edge of a new tomorrow.
if I feel like there's nothing else I can do, I could run that. It's just like Sanctum 2 is faster on it.
Nothing is secure within the reality of torment. In the darkest part of your mind, there is untold power. Means to
Sanctum
an
seems
end.
like it's his better value, and
Frozen in time and space.
there's less variance. Because Sanctum I still have to set, Feared I still have to set up with mods that aren't gonna get me murdered horribly.
Her power is an illusion.
Sanctum it's like, oh well, got unlucky with afflictions that time.
Darkness is everything we see, and everything we not. Means to an end. Burning synapses.
One thing I will say about this build though is I got extremely lucky crafting my gear. All of my non-uniques were crafted, and I got very lucky with it.
Sistophilus, for what purpose?
Like my
What
helmet
reason?
especially, like it could be better. I never tried getting the veil modifier that it wants, but
Unmade.
my essence slammed everything I needed on the first try.
Means to an end. Power absolute.
Boy, do I love unskippable vulnerability phases.
Sistophilus, for what purpose? What reason? Consequence. Her dread shall not be erased so.
Slop. Is this a I didn't know if the minion gem was a like very variable thing. Yeah, minus 2% all resistances from minions. Jesus. Like I don't understand the game sometimes. Like, they'll come out with these new uniques, and it's like an abomination of an item.
Exile.
If not for the armor and chance to block, I would have run that. That's fine. I still need to rely on Eldritch Altars for quantity, but no, this, I mean, this is a concrete jungle, I guess. I guess he's not technically wrong. Yeah, there are other variations I could have done. Like, I could run Storm Shroud. Since I have Mage Blood, I could have Shock Immunity that way, which would give me all elemental ailment immunity, including Brittle, Scorch, and all that. But I felt like the Curse immunity was slightly better. One, I felt like that was slightly better, and two, I would have to devote a gem slot to it. Then I lose more block gems. It loses an enormous amount of fire resistance. Yeah, I'm not doing that, unfortunately. Yeah, this build is definitely not bad, but the path of building for it is misleading. It wants you to have stuff that you can't get anymore. I mean, when I full clear the map, I might go back and get that shrine just so I can get the completion. Yeah. Where the hell is it, though? Oh, I got the other thing. Well, shit. Oh, well. You don't have to run the Legion counter. But yeah, I want stuff that doesn't exist. So, like, I don't have Primordial Bond either.
Greetings. Go with courage.
I considered buying a Megalomaniac that has it, but like it wanted it on a spell damage postage rule, and I don't think it's possible. So I'm just running some scuff setup with this, which probably isn't even good. But because like what it wanted was a gem. Like there was an item that could take, well, that could reroll the enchantment, like the spell damage on the cluster jewel, so they'd get a minion one, and then get the mods and turn it into a spell damage one. And that doesn't exist anymore, because none of the stuff from Mirage exists anymore. So it's missing a lot of important stuff, but the build still works. I say with a mage blood, but I mean, still, even before I had the mage blood, it wasn't terrible.
Really?
But it is expensive. It is not something I would weak start, I don't think. Yeah, the ordinary maps like this, not like Theater of Lies, like just the stuff that's connected to it, you can just run with the originator maps for credit. So I mean, worst case scenario, I could just run these with sacrifice fragments for the quantity. But I do need to get the mods from altars for Theater of Lies. I mean, even if I did, to be fair, I don't have enough maps to complete that thing. I'm gonna have to run the other bosses. What's this? Bismuth boss? Technically, I could just shield charge through everything, but I prefer. I guess I'm not necessarily prefer, but I guess I'm just used to using Penance Brand of Dissipation so much that I'm just used to constantly casting my brand instead. Yeah, minus 100% to fire resist. Like, no thank you. Technically speaking, if I cared that badly enough, I could give up one of my blasts for a Ruby blast, just for like the flat amount of fire resist to make up for it, but it's still a pain in the ass. Like, again, minus 100%. How many people are gonna have that much?
Another pit. Well, what's it going to be? I own you yet.
But yeah, I mean, like, if you enjoy Sanctum, I enjoy Sanctum, so I'm happy with this. You can run Sanctum with this for volatile vows to sell, or just the divines themselves. What the hell? Oh, I ran past it without realizing. Am I stupid? You can run Sanctum for currency with this build. But, I mean, you have to enjoy it. Apparently no one but no, apparently no one on the planet but me and people who make dedicated Sanctum runners enjoy Sanctum. Is fine. Even that's fine. My resistance is so high that it's like I'll probably still be over the soft cap. Let's see. Yeah, from 90 to 83%. Which makes me wonder how high my max price actually is. Yeah, I don't even need the altar this time. We have the modifier from the map's quantity. I mean, at the very least, even if you don't like Sanctum, as long as you have the damage, not necessarily the survivability, you can at least, like, muscle through it, like, if you play intelligently. I guess I'll run that real quick. I know I will get nothing, because I've gotten nothing from the last, like, 3 I've done. But I can pretend. It'll probably be the last one I do, because in my understanding, you can, block them from appearing if you just don't run them. The Planet Heist is a one-wing Grand Heist with random mods. But it's fully revealed. So like the escape route and everything is like covered already. I have no idea if it has a higher chance of rewarding good stuff, but I've gotten nothing from it. Leak started as Arc, and I needed one of the amulets, the Focus Amulet, I think. Ran like 20 Grand Heists, counting like plus all the wings. It's just nothing. I got no profit from doing it aside from a handful of tailoring or tempering orbs.
We're just looking at this way.
The spoils of war.
Heading our way.
Yeah, I know people have like dedicated heist runners where they don't even attack shit too, and it's like I can't
Saw that ending.
imagine hating it so much that you have to make a custom build like that just to stomach doing it in the first place. Truth be told, none of these are good rewards. Like, Replica Dreamfeather is good for certain builds, but it's not like it's a rare item that would be worth something. I'd say this build can probably do everything but ultimatum.
You've got quite a stack there, Pablo.
Let's see, let's actually remind myself of what the content types actually are.
No. Would you? No. Oh, okay then.
Yeah, really the only thing that I wouldn't personally try running with this would be ultimatum. I'd say other than that I can do everything.
Greetings.
Expedition could be a little iffy, but that does come down in part to how lucky you are, because you could just get like a bunch of like fire immunity ones, which would probably brick the build.
What's on your mind?
That's fine. I add to it. No. Going to an altar. No, we're right at the threshold. How did I go through that without triggering? At least this map's more or less a straight line. So the majority of the monsters should pretty much just be in my way anyway.
Approach, challenger.
I mean, even still, like, for certain content, like if I was doing Sanctum, I could probably just not even use my shield and use another wand. Just get even more damage. I don't know how much that would actually make a difference, but Sanctum, I mean, Sanctum's the kind of thing where your damage is your most important avoidance stat, really. I got the hideout for here, but I always make a habit of checking that, because, I mean, worst case scenario, there's an hack or two. Why is this guy invincible? I mean, this guy makes a little sense to be a soul eater, but technically speaking... Yeah, technically speaking, I have enough to run nightmare maps. Enough delirium orbs, but... I guess I'll do some after this, see how it goes. Probably poorly, but... I can run them for the challenge and not for profit, so I could run like dextral scarabs and like the scarab with stability and shit. I mean, that kind of sucks, because that's going to get buffed to like almost 300%, maybe even 300%. The physical damage is random element. But cemeteries are relatively short maps, so let's just do it.
It is ready.
I've gone to cemetery maps before where I was pretty much right in front of the arena. We've run ore for an enormous amount of time and haven't gotten a single starfall crater. It's impressive. That's the Exalted Orb one. Unlucky. Yeah, we got 6 delirium orbs from that. Like, technically speaking, I could probably run a scarab of containment, because that would put like the majority of the monsters in strong boxes. And then I could just run to the boss and just throw myself at the boss and then clear everything after.
Greetings. Go with courage.
Yeah, there's Brother's Stash and Brother's Gift. One gives 5 Exalts and one gives 5 Divines. So one is just remarkably more valuable than the other. Exalted Orbs used to be very rare, and now it's like bubblegum currency.
Good day.
You just find it everywhere. Because those curses don't really do anything, because the curse effect reduction should be pretty much 100%, maybe even more. The area of effect kind of sucks. Extra projectiles kind of sucks, but like, there are worse things I could be dealing with.
The threat is revealed.
I'm only really doing Delirium for the orbs too, so technically I don't need them anymore. Cards are unique jewelry or quantity of items. I'd rather quantity. It's still early enough that we might find that again. Once all the ore I'm getting gets smelted, we should be able to send out a shipment.
Observe divinity. Reprimand. Belief and conviction shall free your mind. Open your heart.
I was reading it, he only did the same direction every time.
Here we go. Once more.
Tink. Alright, run this. We can pretend we'll get one of the profit.
Hello, farewell.
It is ready.
Yeah, I guess after this, we'll do the nightmare maps. Hopefully get them done.
And now we stand on the edge of a new tomorrow. A brighter future. A secure future for one and all.
Nothing is secure within the reality of torment. In the darkest part of your mind, there is untold power. Consequence.
Consequences are going to be the same.
Means to an end.
This is trolling. We've been done with the phase already.
Time and space. Sisyphus! For what purpose? What reason? The Atlas is everything we see, and everything we do not unmake. Means to an end. Burning synapses. Thistophanes! For what purpose? What reason? The Atlas is everything we see, and everything we do not. Consequence. Means to an end. Power absolute. Thistophanes! For what purpose? What reason? The Atlas is everything we see, and everything we do not. Her dread shall not be erased so easily.
So is an un-ID'd bound by destiny worth anything? Nope. That's pretty much worth nothing too. This is an item that has a variant of things it can roll. Some of them are very good, most of them not so much. Alright, nightmare time. I don't think I can put the delirium orbs on that even if I wanted to. That's kind of cringe. Because like I could block the max life and life as energy shield, but then they're probably going to one-shot me if they get a critical hit. So we'll reroll it. Hope for something good. Or tolerable, I mean. That's fine. I can block prefixes. So because I'm not 100% sure how much quantity is going to get translated, I don't think I should use my only Scarab of Containment. Because the problem is, because there are no monsters in the area, you pretty much won't get any Eldritch Altars. So like if I go into this and I just happen to have 150% item quantity, then it doesn't matter. But otherwise, I have to worry about that conceptually. What do we run? Monstrous Lineage, I guess. You run one of these as a joke, really. I mean, it's an item that unless like you're aside from like Flicker Strike or like Righteous Fire, where you're not technically worrying about hitting anything because it's just doing everything for you, it seems like the kind of thing that loses its value unless you're able to just kill like fucking 30 monsters a second. The orbs don't really matter, but might as well just slap on the currency ones. Pack size isn't bad. Currency, I don't think that affects the drops from that, because I think it just drops one thing per level. track size, I guess. Now, hope it doesn't turn into an abomination when I corrupt it. And it kind of did. Ironically, the suffixes are less annoying. Because the only thing that really affects me is the max res. I don't know how much that will affect me, to be fair. But if I did the other way, that would double the effect of it, and that would be catastrophic. So I'm just gonna have to deal with things doing more damage and having more life. Since this is pretty much exclusively as a test run, I'll run the easier one. Fuck me. Does the... No, it was just, it's just being blocked by the interface, I see. Whatever. Alright, the big concern is 100%... Okay, just starting with a shrine, I guess. 100% Delirious pretty much means I do half damage. That's my concern. But it seems like we're actually okay in that regard. And yeah, we do need a quantity altar. If I was at 100% quantity from the corruption, then it could have probably been okay. But it is what it is. I always had to keep in mind I could reroll the modifiers, so unless I ran a Scarab of Risk, which could brick it and give me like no regen, I have to be aware of that stuff. So considering I need a quantity altar, it means I have to full clear this place. It makes sense to full clear anyway because of the rewards from the delirium stuff. It is impressive how little the game gives me altars. That's the boss rooms, I have to go back. Quantity. get an altar. Nothing with quantity. I can bet the next one that shows up, if any, is gonna be like, yeah, you want rarity, right? So many things with Soul Eater here, it's impressive. I was gonna come back for these, but I might as well just do it.
Approach, challenger.
It's kind of unfathomable. Like how hard I can try and juice these maps, and then the game will just be like, no, you don't get any altars, not any ones that matter. Well, I mean, at least I know it's doable. Granted, these are very specific mobs, but it's at least doable. I just need to either have riskier mobs for the quantity, or I need to just get lucky and have an altar spawn. It's a little obnoxious, but whatever. It's doable, but we didn't get lucky with getting the quantity.
Greetings. Go with courage.
A one with nothing is pretty much like a twinking item. Like you're using it for a low-level character because you can stack dexterity. If you have no gloves and no weapon, including an offhand if a shield counts, you can allocate this and stack dexterity and just cycle them through everything and the higher your dexterity is, the more damage you do with it. Unfortunately, that means you missed out on 10 sockets, but like I said, it's more for a very specific build type. Maybe we could do another. I do think it's odd that you can't modify them with exalted orbs. Because it's like this. Has 6 mods. I mean, maybe they can't roll 8 naturally, I don't know. I mean, that looks runnable. It would be kind of degenerate for certain bosses, like the Citadel, where you fight, I think it's Citadel, where you fight the expedition bosses, just because they throw out projectiles and it just becomes a fucking, like, this becomes a bullet hell, because it's all bouncing off the walls back at you. Corrupt. No, I have to orbit first. That would have been bad. I guess currency and 4 jewelry. Quantity, hey, that's perfect. I think I would block prefixes, if anything. I mean, I don't think these mods are all that bad, to be fair. But if I have to use 5 fragments, or 5 of these, I gotta put stuff in anyway. Because, I mean, the suffixes getting buffed, I mean, buffs on players expire faster. I don't know exactly how that would affect me. Monsters have more accuracy, I don't have evasion, so that doesn't matter. Suppress throw damage, I don't have suppression. They could give them more 2 power charges, but like, what's gonna be alive that long for that will matter besides like a Soul Eater monster, maybe? I think it's fine. Famous last words, but you know how it is. Go again. Just because this is a relatively easy boss. It only took a while because they probably had like 200% of their health. In fact, let's look. Let's find out. 78% increased life on top of the Delirium, basically giving them 50% damage reduction, if I understand how it works correctly. That's the main reason it took so long. Yeah, that does give it +2. I didn't know how that would work exactly. And even with that, I still need a quantity alter. Nice meme. Buffs on players expire 224% faster. That's 10% quantity. Still need more. Because, I mean, because it requires scarabs, I don't believe map fragments, like, for fighting its Eerie, count. Because those would give me quantity, and I'm sure that's the point, is they don't want you using that, because that you can get 40% quantity for free that way. I only really have the one class, so doesn't mean much. Like I'll get targeted by a meteor during the boss fight once, maybe twice if I have to heal. I'm fairly certain the cluster jewels of the uniques that these guys can drop, I don't believe they can drop like voices. Because I guess people wouldn't be doing Simulacrum otherwise, 'cause that's the main attraction for a lot of people. Oh. Something killed me, I'm not 100% sure what. I did get distracted looking at the items, but truth be told, I didn't think I'd die either. Yeah, Megalomaniac and Voices are really the only reason people do Simulacrum. And they're both effectively just gamble items, because Voices is an extremely low chance of getting the minimum roll, which is what you want. And Megalomaniac is 3 notables, and 1 or all of them could be bad. Fairly certain that's the boss, yeah. So we still need 7% quantity.
Approach, challenger.
quantity again by sheer chance. How peculiar. Like, it seems unusually rare that I am this unlucky with just getting altars to spawn, let alone have anything on them. Unless there just so happened to be some in the boss room that spawned in. But no, the Shaper is just saying some fucking cryptic shit. Telling me I smell bad. I'm like, okay, thanks. I mean, I do have to complete Nightmare maps anyway as part of the final challenge for the league. So I mean, like, it is what it is, but I'd still rather get this done so that I could just worry about blasting through them.
Greetings. Go with courage.
So what is this? Disciple of Kataba. Every second, consume a corpse to recover 5% of life and mana. 10% more damage taken if you haven't consumed a corpse recently. There are actually some builds that use that. I'm surprised it didn't make it any more valuable. It's like a 1 Chaos Orb thing, and then it made it 3. Like, wowie. Sublime Vision and Void Forge. But that's uber elder, which is a bit of a pain. How many Nightmare maps do I even have to do? I have to do 24 more. I have enough orbs, so I guess I'll just do more. Should probably have my mappers run these too. Set that up at least. Not the originator maps, just the normal ones. If I didn't need the challenge, I wouldn't care, but it's always like, yeah, these guys did a 100% juiced map. Here's 1 Chaos Orb. Like, I have actually gotten most of my Valdos, my puzzle boxes, from what's it called? Mappers. But this is what I mean. Monsters can only be damaged within 2 meters of the player. Modifiers the light radius also apply. Max number of players is 1. That's irrelevant. Area contains 3 packs of 4 map bosses. That's mostly irrelevant. Reduced movement speed. Travel skills are disabled. That's significant. Area contains 5 rare monsters that create frost walls and fleas, and players are assaulted by aberrations of serious awakening worlds. These two alone make it for a miserable experience, and it's for like a 1 Chaos Orb reward. Like, they do this shit for a laugh, I guess. But still, it's like, if you're dropping like $400 or more on a supporter pack just to do that, like, I think you have something wrong with you. Like, you can't be like a well-adjusted human being if you're spending that much money just to troll strangers you'll never meet. That's runnable. That's an enormous amount of rarity, but... uniques. And the armor, I guess. Doesn't really matter what I do. Okay, didn't change anything. So what do we want to block? Honestly, like... I'd say the physical is chaos, so I think I block prefixes. I mean, them blocking attack damage and like the attack speed doesn't matter, but if that was buffed from the other Scarab, then they'd be doing like 300% damage as chaos, and that probably would kill me instantly, depending on what hit me. Like, I can tolerate having my elemental resistance is slightly compromised. Famous last words, obviously, but... yeah, blocking prefixes. Run that again, I guess. Well, we might be able to do Uber Elder, but it's a pain in, the normal fight's a pain in the ass, just because of all the invulnerability phases. The invulnerability phases where they're still able to attack you. Yeah, I need one quantity try. I've gotten a few of the lost shipments this league, and they've given me nothing. It's impressive. Normally they'll give you like some tattoos or like low quality rune grabs. I've gotten none. It's weird. So maybe I just tech out. At 300% rarity, surely we will find something worth money. God, I hate this. I guess technically I could set up a flask for poison immunity for a situation like this. I wonder. Can I change this to poison? No. If I could change that to poison, that would actually work perfectly here. Let's see, actually. Not really anything. Those are all the same notable. Yeah, that's a chance to avoid being poisoned, but that doesn't do anything for me. Oh well.
I need more mana.
You gotta find the quantity altar. Nice. Both of the bosses spawned. Just what I needed. Ding! Like, extremely loud noises all of a sudden. Had to have been a rogue exile because I was suddenly snared. The worst thing about these maps is how heavily I rely on my one golem, my mana regen. So like, it just feels clunky, because half the time they're just getting beaten to death or walking into things. So I have to wait for them to revive. It's not so much of a problem when I'm at the boss, but like for this with like a million enemies on screen at once, it's a little cringe. Still no quantity altar. It's a game that just doesn't want me to succeed. I have gang stalkers in the game apparently. the one Quansi altar we found in 3 of these has been not enough to even get me to the threshold. Like, some people might make an argument that, like, oh, you need to have, like, some super juice DPS build, like, to make up for being bad at the game. I've actually seen people use that argument before. Like, mostly it's, like, the discourse about, like, oh, well, you're not playing a melee build. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not playing a melee build? Well, you don't deserve to do, like, okay, whatever, man. But, like, when the alternative is having, like, a 5-minute long slab fight with a single monster, it's like, yeah, I'd rather not do that. Like, I would rather do 100 million DPS but die instantly, because I'm relatively tanky. I'm tanky enough for Ubers, and that's irrelevant here. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically speaking, at least this time, they gave me altars, just nothing I needed. Like, imagine subjecting yourself to this as a hardcore character, though. I have to imagine the majority of hardcore players just play for the content and then just stop, because it's like, yeah, I want to run 40 of these because it just won't generate the thing I need. I didn't have any energy shield, so that was probably why I died, but oh well. Jesus. All of my class does not die at that. Something would have to go horribly wrong for me to fail at this point. So I mean, the deaths are kind of beneficial since I'm at least getting my class back. Yeah, 300% rarity and nothing worth picking up.
Greetings, farewell.
Alright, we'll do another. maddening. I reroll that. So I mean, technically speaking, yeah, I got that. I'd have to reroll because if I block the resistances, then they basically triple their health from all the extra life and energy shield they get. But if I block the prefixes, then I have minus 40% to my max res, and that's catastrophic. That's perfectly tolerable. I could block suffixes. But that's implying they don't just get rerolled when I corrupt it. For curiosity's sake, I don't have any no regen maps. That's astounding, actually. Oh, there's one. Yeah, that's a suffix, okay. That's what I wanted to check. So, assuming this doesn't change and I throw a Scarab of Risk on, if it picked no regen and I was blocking suffixes, that would be fine. Well, Milefield gives them life, and life has energy shield, and make the fight take fucking 30 minutes. Wait, no, rerolled. Rerolled and has less quantity. Wowee. In this case, I have to block prefixes, because if I don't, they'll have 80% more elemental resist before, however, it's modified. I mean, technically speaking, I don't have to use one of those things, but if I'm using a risk Scarab, then I have to be aware of how that will actually impact it. Yeah, one Divine Orb for... I'll have to get a stability Scarab. Yeah, whatever. What else? Pack size, I guess. Do I block anything here? I mean, it's not... On their own, the mods aren't that bad. So maybe I just don't. Because if I was blocking it, it would be specifically with certain things in mind that might not be generated. I could run this for a laugh, but I think that's a horrible idea. Alright, 4th time's the charm, I guess. Can't wait for no regen. It's gonna... I know it's gonna... Or it's gonna be something even worse. I do have the quantity now, so I don't need... Yeah. Double damage as a random element. I mean, that's actually very tolerable. So it's not like I'm not running 2 curses for the resistance. there's less effective curses too. That's a little unfortunate. That's the extra area of effect, right? Yeah. So that, some of the attacks might be undodgeable, because they're going to be twice the size. We'll see. I don't want to make promises, but there's a chance we'll finish the week this week. Because I don't need to find quantity, I think I'll just fight the boss. You can always go kill everything after. But I'm here, so I mean, I might as well. About the synthesized boss. I was very confused when I saw that shit on the ground. Meanwhile, the boss has taken virtually no damage, so unless the synthesis boss is somehow buffing it, this is going to take a while. Fuck. Oh, this is unfortunate timing. Bad. I was expecting that to have been basically undodgeable from the extra area of effect. I was hoping I could outrun that. If I stayed closer to the boss, maybe. Gosh, why would you take fucking Trinity? I mean, that's pretty. It has a very tanky setup as far as the mods affecting it. That's the problem. So I can't give it negative fire resistance because of it having severely buffed resistances plus reduced effective curses. fact, it might actually have such high resistances that this might not be doing anything. Like, if it's so far over capped on resist, the curse might not be doing anything, because it just might be reducing it by less than what the over cap would be. Technically speaking, we could portal out and grab Culling Strike, but if I die, maybe. One of two. Unfortunately, that means I have to run one of the harder ones, but oh well. So I guess I should just clear, which is honestly a mistake because of how little damage everything takes. Not gonna go back just to clear.
Hello, go with courage.
Is this worth anything? No. Wait, what turned itself off? I don't... that took a lot out of me mentally, how long that took. So I'm not turning my stream off, but I'm definitely not doing another one of those nightmare maps. Do I even have to send a shipment? At least 3 million? Yeah, kinda. You guys aren't going to see that, unfortunately, but I didn't have enough ore to start.
Hello.
I'm just not sure where this is. Chambers of Impurity. Or Impunity, whatever. Wait, that says Impurity and this says Impunity. Huh? Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything that remains for the league is like beat pinnacle bosses, do nightmare maps, juiced up nightmare maps, and like this is, which is kind of just how lucky I am with getting quantity. And this is just run maps with mods on it. But yeah, I guess I'm still doing Delirium because it took me 3 attempts, maybe 4, just to get that. And that was what's considered the easy map. I'm guessing Lycia would be the second easiest. And at the very least, Lycia can drop, well, the area can drop Damnation. It's such a bizarre situation, it's such a weird scenario. Damnation, on its own, 1 card, is worth over a Mirror of Calandra. Original Scripture, which is the item that it provides, and you need 16 of the card for, is basically worth 2 mirrors. So the Divination card itself is worth like 10 of what it actually provides. Because people are using it to gamble. People are gambling it with like the card dupe thing at the Harvest Bench. I mean, if I even got a single one, I would be technically rich. Good.
Hello.
Well met. Yeah, I was considering, since I've been doing Sanctum and selling off all the volatile Val Orbs I've been getting, which is how I have so much money all of a sudden, I was thinking of buying a Hinokora's Lock and attempting to make a Mega Blood. Because Mega Blood, if I was lucky and I got the 5 Magic Utility Flask upgrade, that's 2 mirrors, which would let me just sell it, and will let me sell it, buy another Mage Blood, and still have a mirror and change left over. But I'm not about to brick. I'm not about to potentially delete my belt, which is where a substantial amount of my power is coming from, on a whim.
Greetings.
If I could just buy another, if I had the money to just buy another, then that would be a different story, but I don't. I actually looked before. Hinokora's, last I looked, was like 120 Divine. What Hinokora's Lock does is it will reveal to you the outcome of the next currency you use on it. So yeah, it's an expensive item, but it helps me prevent myself from losing the item. Because like I could, technically speaking, use a Battle Orb or do it like an Alba Double Corrupt alternatively. quantity. I have enough, so I don't have to go hunting for altars. This, I guess I'll do it. I mean, technically speaking, if I use a volatile orb, not only could it poof the item, but if it did succeed in corrupting it, it could technically make it worse. It's not like it's guaranteed to make it better, it could just make the item worse too. Yeah, the game's like, yeah, you got enough Delirious orbs, you're not getting any now. Apparently, you're supposed to kill monsters by, like, the abyss itself, like the tunnel they come out of, to juice it up, but, like, it's unclear exactly how that works, at least to me. Because I believe they changed Abyss to be more like how it is in Path of Exile 2, and considering I can't stomach the game, I don't know how it works exactly. I actually did try PoE 2 recently, and I couldn't even get through the axe. It was just not fun. I just wasn't enjoying it. People were like, oh, it's so much better now. Like, is it? Gambling district. Gamba. Run that. See what we got from the Balbos. A Will Clash. Nancy feared. Yeah, that's a miserable thing for an item that isn't even all that rare. I mean, it's runnable, but like it... If it was like guaranteed to max roll, then it's like, yeah, sure, you might make a point for some of the items, but like, if it's like a Venter, is it... Like, yeah, I want to get voided for like an all negative Venters. Yeah, like one portal scroll, thank you. Stacked decks are okay. And mediocre Venters. Am I spending all my gold on this? Fuck it. A Blessed Orb. That was worth 2 million gold. Well, it do be like that sometimes.
Hello.
Return of the Rat. Yeah. An absolute waste of my gold. Not that gold isn't extremely easy to come by, but I have to force myself to scuba dive for it.
Hello? It is ready.
The trees grow twisted and gnarled, without a hint of light. A curse.
Yeah, that fortress did have a mercenary in it, but I can't imagine challenging the mercenary, regardless if they had anything worth challenging them for. I can't imagine doing that and then getting splattered instantly because they're juiced to the fucking gills from the delirium. Pistol depths. I guess I'll come back for it. You know what, I'll just do it here. Because I don't actually know where the boss is. I could be going in the wrong direction. Yeah, that challenge with the Delirious Nightmare maps is probably the only real hurdle left. Everything else is just kind of grindy. mobs that remain. Ivory Temple. I could spring to do Ivory Temple before I have to
Till
go.
next time shall we keep, Savior?
Hail.
Yes, yes.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of fine as is. Ivory Temple doesn't offer anything I really care for, but not like I can skip it. Real. I don't need the hideout here, but might as well check because there's monsters there. Don't care about either of those mobs. Yeah, like the game is just like, yeah, you had enough. You had enough Delirious orbs. Like technically speaking, I can just buy whatever the cheapest ones are and run that way, but like if I can avoid it, I'd rather not pay. But alright, that's it for me for today. I guess stopping by. Thanks to the views, hosts, follows, everything. You guys are awesome. I might keep doing these just because this is going to probably take a little while. So we might be done with this tomorrow, and then it's just going to be these two. So thank you guys stopping by. Thank you guys to the views, hosts, follows, everything. You guys are awesome. I'll be back in tomorrow, same time. Till then, hope you guys all have a good one. Take care.